Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, Divine Psychic Medium, delivering messages to you from the higher realms. So welcome everyone. So this is going to be an early AM reading. Okay, it's not even early anymore. I've been trying to though. And really, it's like last night I wanted to do a reading as well, and chaos broke out. I guess what I'm getting at is like, something is really trying to stop me from getting a message, right? But I really feel somebody, is calling me, or source is calling me to play with the tarot and get some messages. And the enemy is really trying to stop me. Like, oh my gosh. Like, you can even see just how much of the incense is cleansing the space, right? Last night, so much like chaos was breaking out all around me and stuff too, which is also when I know a lot of things are being sent. Like, I was needing to be an alchemist quite a bit last night, transmuting out a lot of things, watching entities go from person to person to person. It just more gets aggravating at this point because it's just time consuming. It takes me away from what I want to do, right? And see, I won't get on and do a reading when there's dark, dense energy, right? So I'm like, I gotta calm it down. And I have a lot of people in my space. Yeah, this is definitely what they're doing. Nine of Wands, blocking, right? Something with destiny here. Wheel of Fortune. And that is why so much blocks are in fact going on. Thank you, Spirit. Is destiny. This Wheel of Fortune is here. And I feel the enemy knows it. I'm watching it literally like all morning. It's like all these different things, right? And it's like I even got up quietly. I was like, before the family gets up, I'm going to slip in. And then it was like alarms went off. Like, that's when you know as a spiritual worker. And it intrigues you more when you have all of these blocks and these problems. But you got to remember to stay patient and to stay calm so that way you can still deliver the message, right? So, if you hear a lot of distractions going on and a lot of noise, it's all part of this. But see, I'm closing all of that out so I can get into this, right? I'm trying to tap into the energies that I feel here. All right, Source, Divine, Spirit. I've already called everybody in for protection and guidance. They keep showing me the Five of Pentacles here, right? I feel this is either a frequency you're coming out of or a frequency that somebody wants you in. I more feel it's somebody's trying to put you in this Five of Pentacles frequency, but there's an ending to that. Yes, clarity, Ace of Swords. There's been things that have been done in the dark with the Moon card here. Okay, secrets and illusions. The biggest message I was getting this morning was, I don't even like to say morning because of the early AM hours. I was picking up a lot on secrets, illusions, things being revealed. And I thought it was funny too, where I was commenting on one of my Star Families posts, right? And somebody had to come at me and make a comment to create conflict against trying to say there's no tricks. There's no, like, I was like, wow. It went in alignment, like, with just everything that's going on, right? I feel this is the energy, like, things are, like, belittling you, coming at you, messing with you, trying to, it just really shows you that we're really on to stuff to have this resistance, I guess, right? I don't know. That's just, I mean, I know everybody's, it's one of the biggest things I've had to learn to overcome is that so many people are very expressive of what they think. But, like, it's one of these things that's just like, if I'm talking to somebody, I don't like it when other people step in and have something to say and don't feel... It's like if I'm personally leaving a comment to somebody, I don't like it when others get in there and have something to say. Because I'm like, I wasn't talking to you, but okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things. So you need to know when those things do happen, it's like the enemy. Just like when I'm trying to... They don't realize, a lot of times people don't realize that they're being used by dark forces to say things. People that are very intrusive, people that are very outspoken or say things. Like something I'm trying to teach my children is like, you need to really think before you say things, and don't jump into people's conversations. Don't gossip. Don't get in people's conversations, their business, unless you're invited into it. Don't share. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's a respect thing for me, because I'm a very old soul. Like, just one of those things, like, unless you're invited into a conversation. And I know it's hard with social media in the way, because you can reply and comment on anybody's stuff, and, it can be a beautiful thing when people have things to say. I don't know. It's just one of those formal things. Like, when I call somebody out personally and I attach their name to it, it's because I want it to be between me and that person. I don't know. Normally, like I'm so used to it by now, but I felt called to talk about that, right? So all these cards just jumped out. And it's interesting because maybe it's for me to look at something, right? Because the Three of Pentacles, with this deck, they were showing me that competitiveness, right? Three of Pentacles. And I don't often read Three of Pentacles with competitiveness. But it's like, you've got to learn to work with these things and be competitive, right? So, like, instead of, like, letting it bother me, like, here's another one getting in the way, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, let me just say something back to make, to change the energy, right? I don't know. There's something about that. And about you being an alchemist. Right? Higher need, like, my incense is just heavy, right? I feel that there is a lot of just influence around you, like a lot of monitoring spirits, just a lot of things. There's being a lot of magic and a lot of projections that are being casted, right? I feel this energy. I know. And it's also because this wheel is spinning. There's definitely a major frequency shift. They're showing me 2 nines here. 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups, right? It's a closing out of a cycle. But do you see what I mean? Like, 7:17 on the clock as I say that. There is supposed to be I just heard wealth transfer. So there's a wealth transfer that's actually trying to commence. Wow, commence. This is going to be like a continuous flow of something. Wow, it's such a large package. That is what's happening. But it's like certain things had to be overcome, right? It's one of these things, like, you have to learn how to have control over your emotions and your feelings and learn how to transmute them out. You have to learn how to have control and to not let other people be triggers. And that's what I mean. A lot of these things, right? They're triggers, but it's not always out on the physical. It's how it's affecting you on an emotional level, right? And I feel that there is going to, like, be a lot of attention, right? That is going to be, this is going to be stirring up, like, a lot of attention. Like, I'm getting spotlight. Look at the Sun card energy here. I'm getting, like, shining, like, you're going to be, like, in the public eye. I know we haven't seen the Six of Wands yet, but we probably will. But this is what I'm getting, like, admiration, like, Leo's, this is the card of Leo. They're meant to be in the spotlight, meant to be seen, right? Being in that childlike innocence. For some of you, maybe this has to do with you being, youthful, young. I'm getting eccentric with this card right now. Being very confident, happy. This is the card. This is the energy, the frequency that I'm feeling, right? And what's interesting is I just realized that we do have the sun and the moon. So what I feel is somebody has a balance right now of masculine and feminine energy, and there's attacks coming from both ways. It's like they're really trying to affect you with your feminine energy, with your masculine energy. Like, you could have people be trying to physically fight. Like, that's what I had to stand my ground last night, right? People coming at me physically, right? And emotionally trying to affect, me on an emotional level, right? And I got tested, and then I had to show them too, as I was in my very masculine energy, and then I handled something in my masculine energy, and then I handled another situation, and then I thought, nope, I should have handled that in my feminine energy. So I was like, go back and handle it in my feminine energy. And I was like, nope, not going to do it, right? Because I was like, nope, I'm firm, I'm confident in this energy. And I'm like, nope, I need to keep it balanced. So then I went back and I handled it in a feminine energy. And then it was like, I had heard, good job. You know what I mean? Like I passed, you know, I balanced it back out. So I'm getting very much that your spirit team, ancestors, your divine team, they're working with you, helping you create this balance, right? And maybe that's why this urgency of this message, right? Like I was already told, like, it's the weekend too. A lot of times I stay away from this because I've got a lot going on with my family, right? But I was like, no, I felt very guided to, and a lot of times it's just to sit me down for spirit to be able to have alone time with me, because when I do get to work and do readings and stuff, I clear the space, I calm down, I sit down, right? I get my messages and then I record them and I put them out there for you, right? So, and come in alignment with my frequency, you know, you're getting my messages, right? And I'm still getting to do my teachings, and because I get sat down for it's like I feel like I get sat down sometimes, like I get pulled aside, I get put on, or what I just hear, put on blast, but I get put on timeout, right? For some of you, it's like they're showing me like isolation. Sometimes it's like some of you have to be isolated for your own protection. 11:11 on the clock, as they say that. So for some of you, like, you could see something as a missed opportunity, 4 of Cups here, but it's not that. If for some of you, it's so something can be given to you, whether it's enlightenment, healing, help, but you could be feeling very tired, isolating from society. And sometimes you need to have that, because especially it's like when entities are attacking you, like they know they're joining forces and they're coming together, right? So it's sometimes like I've had to pull myself out of situations because there's just too many attacks and it's not worth my while, right? I'm like, I'll come back at this later, right? Like it's not a fair fight, right? It's like maybe you want to stand your ground to somebody, but then if they call all their friends over and all of that, now you have 5, like, you need to be smart about this, right? Is it worth standing your ground when now it's unfavorable, right? So there's this energy here. Now they're showing me the king. Is this the King of Pentacles? Yeah. He's upside down. Error, materialism, stupidity, ignorance, vulgar, greed, dishonesty, unskillful, clumsy, rigid, workaholic. This is an energy that you could be dealing with, or you could be embodying this energy. Take it however you feel fitting, right? I don't feel that I'm in this energy, and I feel that I'm feeling the energy as you are. So I don't think this is you. I think this is what I was talking about. When you're dealing with somebody that's in this energy, this could be a past person, 6 of Cups. Or a child. I always get children with the 6 of Cups, right? So this could be a child. You know, it's like when they're in this energy, right? It's hard to get somebody out of it. And a way that I explain to people is that sometimes they're like, if you take yourself out of the situation and like, instead of just seeing it from you and the person, like get out of the situation, like if you were looking at it from an outsider's point of view. Okay, when you look at that situation from a bigger perspective, okay, you can look at why the people are acting this way, why they're being, you can see maybe why somebody's being so defensive. Maybe you can see the wounds, you can see what they've been going through. You know what I mean? Instead of just looking at the situation like firsthand. It's like I want to stop the sun, and I don't. It's so heavy. Okay, so it's like if you're dealing with somebody that has a lot of trauma, right? And you know that they've been through a lot, or if they've been through a lot of trauma, you're going to have more compassion for them. Like, let me give an experience. Like, say they're showing me the clip of the movie that I just watched last night. I'm going to explain that. But it's like, say like you were getting into a fight with somebody, they were being very hostile with you, and you don't know the situation. Now you pull yourself out of it and you find out that they just lost their mother or their father. Literally. You'd be, wow, that, like, they recently just lost their parent. They're going through a lot of hurt, and, you know, they're not able, you know what I mean? When you know that somebody's going through something like that, you have more compassion for them. And that's what I mean. Like, sometimes people don't do well with handling their emotions and their feelings. And, like, that's what happens when you're in a very sad or broken or even angry place. Those dark entities get in, cause you to act in ways, say things. People that often run things off their mouth very, very fast and aren't thinking, they're disconnected. Their vessels basically being used by dark forces to say things like that. And sometimes people go to the darkness just because it feels better to be angry and mad than to feel hurt. you know? So it's like sometimes when you're looking at it from an outside perspective, you realize that you're actually battling and fighting with the entities within them, not even the person. Have you ever gotten into a fight with a person, or even said hurtful things when they were mad, and then they get down to crying and get sad, and then you're just like, wow, like I thought we were on the same level right here. We're arguing, fighting, now you're breaking down crying. Like, you know that how that shift can happen, and you're just like, wow, like what's going on? Have you ever seen that before? Or people are fighting at each other, and then all of a sudden somebody breaks down and they're crying or something, and then all of a sudden it completely changes and it turns into something so beautiful because of the compassion or whatever. Like, that's what I'm feeling. And that literally happened last night to me. Is I was like one-on-one in a fiery situation, and then all of a sudden I seen tears in the eyes, and I was like, oh my gosh. So they're going through a trauma or whatever. They were displacing their anger in a different way. So you need to be careful of that. Some of the people that challenge you or whatever, there's something with that. All right, so this is a clip that they brought me to. It's a new series show. I don't know what it's called. Actually, I do. Your Honor, I believe, or The Honor. It's a new show. All right. And anyway, I didn't even know what it was. I just started it last night. And it caught my attention right away. It's with two boys, okay? And two high schoolers, which really hit home for me because I'm getting ready to get a car for my daughter and teach her how to drive, you know, and she's an asthmatic. So it grabbed my attention, like, right away. Not as bad as the boy in the show, but anyways, there's this boy, and it shows him in the car driving, and he starts to have an asthma attack while driving, and he's trying to reach for his inhaler. And we've all done this, right? Where we drop something and we're driving, we don't want to pull over, so we're reaching over to grab what we've dropped, you know. So especially if you've ever had asthma, I used to be an asthmatic. And so I know that panic feeling when you can't breathe, right? And then it's scary to think about that when you're driving too. But so the inhaler had fallen, so he's trying to reach for the inhaler, so the car's swerving a little bit. And at the same time, there's this other teen, and they started the show with the beginning of this teen. It was his birthday, and he was just gifted a motorcycle or a motorbike or whatever, a two-wheeler, right? And he literally just got on the bike and was driving it. Just got it, you know, so his parents are all happy seeing the gift that they gave their son, and he's out driving it. And he's driving slow, he's not driving reckless and fast, and he's all happy, you know, on his new bike at the same time that this other teen, you know, is reaching for his inhaler, and he hit him head on, and he killed him, right? And it was just so tragic because it's like he was trying to reach out for help. He got out of the car. He was still having his attack. He tried to call 911, but he couldn't talk. And while he was trying to talk and call for help, the other teen had died, right? So then he panics, you know, and that was how the show had initially started. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, what is this showing me right now? Like, but it's one of those things, like, I don't know why I felt it's been heavy on my mind because I'm being an empath. I don't normally watch a lot of things like that because I really get into it, and then I relate it to things. I'm always looking for messages, right? Like I told you, now I'm looking into, I've always said, like, it's better, like, my daughter's getting ready to turn 18, but it's like when she was 16, I knew that she wasn't ready to drive yet and all that stuff. And I think about these things, right? Like, I've even been with her where she's, you know, like, even almost being an adult, there's been times where she's had exposures because she's got a lot of allergies and stuff. Like, where were we? Like, was eating some fries that were fried in peanut oil. So she started to have a reaction and stuff. And I'm like, there you go. Like, you know, where's your inhaler? Where's this? And it's like, I don't have it. I'm like, this is what you have a purse for. So luckily, mom's got backup. You know what I mean? Inhaler, and I keep allergy medicine on me and things like that, right? Where I can give it to her right away and calm her down and stuff like that. And it's like, I think about this stuff like, I don't know, maybe there's a message for that somebody's needing some more help, or I don't know where I'm going with all of this. Anyway, I always relate to things, right? So it really grabbed me when I think about the inhaler. And I know that when I was younger, I was there too, where I was bad too. I was a smoker, so I'd be smoking, coughing. A few times, right? I'd be reaching for my inhaler and stuff too. So anyways, like, it's very interesting show, right? Obviously the one of the kids is the son to a judge, right? So that's why it shows Your Honor, right? And it starts out like that, so be warning, be careful. And it's very graphic too. Like, I had to make my 6-year-old, like, right after the accident, I was like, go, 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 like, don't look at the TV, you know, like, I had to. It's definitely like MA, right? So, but they, okay. So anyways, just like I don't know, I'm interested to see how the show's gonna go or whatever, but it's to think about those things, right? Like, a lot of times you don't really know. And obviously the family is ready to go after, you know, they don't know who killed their son. They don't know. You know, they heard the 911 call of someone. They're like, how could someone call? You know what I mean? Like, call it not so. It's this big, things aren't being seen, but it's like, ugh, if only they knew the whole circumstance or whatever, how different things would be. I don't know. So I'm getting like what you're working with here, working with somebody that is clumsy, rigid, autocritic, I don't know what that means, workaholic, unskillful, dishonesty, greed, vulgar, ignorance. I'm just getting this energy like immature, like, gosh, I've got to put this out. It's getting too smoky in here. Somebody just really, like, there's more than you know why they're being in this energy. It's not worth fighting for. This could be a lover or a loved one with this 2 of Cups energy, but somebody just definitely needs to go through healing with the 4 of Swords. Like, that's what I mean. You don't know what people are going through, right? With the trauma and things like that. And hurt and just all sorts of things, right? Okay. So, Hierophant's coming out, Ace of Pentacles here. Wise counsel, bridge, prayer, the spiritual power, righteousness, loneliness. Pure. Somebody could be going through loneliness and sadness. Sometimes that's why people will be very possessive and controlling. Too. Obedience, right? But there's some sort of, you know, there's some sort of competitiveness. I'm getting, for some of you, there's competitiveness because there's a new contract here. And I told you, there's definitely something, yeah, there's new love here. Wow. There's definitely a new beginning. What? It's justice. Justice and 2 aces. The Magician. Somebody has manifested something in here. In their being in their power, they've manifested something in now. So now there's competitiveness, like it's drawn attention. It's drawn attention. It's distracting me, sorry. It's a new contract here, and people are like jealous and competing for it. You know, it's like sometimes people don't even want something until somebody else wants it. I've never seen that. Somebody could not want something, and then all of a sudden... I'm getting this energy of that's what someone's going to feel like. Like somebody was feeling very broken and unloved, and then they started loving themselves and got very confident and had a glow up, and then now everybody wants them. You know what I mean? How people are drawn to confidence. Have you known that? People aren't drawn to insecurity. They're drawn to confidence, strength, right? And somebody, sometimes it takes getting really broken to get into that power, right? Because sometimes you... Yeah, Page of Swords. Somebody is definitely watching. I'm working... Queen of Pentacles energy. That's counterpart energy to that King of Pentacles, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that. There could have been like a long-term commitment or a relationship or a situation. This could be a couple of pair, right? You know, that's what I'm getting here. For some of you, it's like this was like a lover that didn't want to see you do good, or it's like they started to compete and started to plot 24 on the clock as I say that because of the attention that you were getting. Like they didn't want you to outshine them, so they started to divert. I'm hearing, and that's the big thing I was getting too, like diversion. You know, like the devil flips everything upside down, right? And that's what I mean. Like I feel that this King of Pentacles that went reversed, it was more due to like stupidity, right? Like jealousy. Like they let jealousy get to them of like their counterpart or their lover, whatever, getting attention, going through a globe, going through something, or them getting some sort of opportunity. It caused them to, you know, flip around, and then the devil and enemies can get in and cause, you know, competition and things like that. Yeah, it's a lover here. Yeah. So, but it's like now, Emperor, Ace of Cups, they're showing me that Ace of Wands now. Look at this. It's still next to Justice, and now the Hierophant is next to what? There's a new contract that came in due to injustices. For some of you, it's like this King of Pentacles diverted so quickly and started to sabotage and get into things that it triggered this Wheel of Fortune to start spinning without them. It like spun so fast. They spun themselves out of your destiny. Sometimes people can do things that are so... I don't even have words to describe it. So sabotaging. Let's just say they did too much. They did too much. And Divine seen this. And now they've created. They were battling against you. Just too much has been done. And yeah, Judgment's right here next to this Two of Cups. With the World. That's divine right there. When I see Judgment with the World, because I always associate the world with universal energy, God, divine source energy. When I see Judgment with the World, that's divine wrapping something up. Like they said, this is done. Sometimes too much can be done. And remember, divine sees everything that's being done. You don't see everything that's being done. 2700 on the clock, as I say that with God force energy with the zeros right there. They seen, and they are deciding no. So you're getting somebody that's worthy of you. Somebody was being that. They were battling against you. Seven of Wands. Maybe you've been called to have boundaries, distance with them. Something with the sevens. Look at this. 7 of Wands and 7 of Cups. Illusions being casted. They were being used by the dark forces. They're showing me the 9 of Cups again. So you're in this energy, or you're being called to be in this energy. And Page of Pentacles here. Good news, open-minded, realistic goals. So my children are starting to get noisy out there now. All right, I just realized 2800. God force energy is all over this, the zeros, right? But I like to keep my readings around 30 minutes, right? So, 10 of Pentacles, legacy, baby. It's off at the distance. It's coming in. Yeah, I told you there's something with the 9s. They're showing me the 9-9 frequency again. 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups. There's definitely something Divine's calling. They caused too much. They caught 28 on the clock. They've caused too much stress, worry, anxiety. There's movement here, a leveling up. Yeah, there's now a King of Wands coming up, right? With Star next to 3 of Swords and Ace of Swords. Wow. We've seen all the aces, right? We've seen all the aces in this reading, I'm pretty sure, right? We've seen the Ace of Pentacles. Or maybe we didn't. Maybe that's what's to come. But healing is being required here. So just have a healing for whoever's doing these things. This came up against you. Even if I told you there was this big secret energy. So for some of you, secrets are being exposed, revealed, but it's allowing you to heal. And it's also because sometimes you need to have secrets exposed to you for the healing, right? And for you to see, for you to know that it's your time to go, right? There's definitely an ending here. And sometimes that's why. It's like, I'm going to break your heart a little bit, but I'm going to save your soul. And sometimes you need that to move on. You need the truth, right? And it's also so it can't come out later and mess with you later. And what's done in the dark comes to the light, right? So anyways, that was reading I had for all of you. I told you I felt it was important to get out. So I'm going to go. I'm going to do some more readings tonight if I can. Otherwise, I will be back tomorrow. Love and light to all of you. And be safe, right?